This weekend, the beloved West Bloomfield Trail will be connecting residents by more than just their favorite walkway. A 25-mile bike ride called Table to Table will connect the Michigan Airline Trail over in my neck of the woods in western Oakland County, the West Bloomfield Trail close to home, and the Clinton River Trail, with bookends supporting some of your favorite local restaurants, including the ultra-popular Sylvan Table right here in Greater West Bloomfield. Joining me for more information on the Table to Table bike ride is the trail manager of the Michigan Airline Trail, John Hensler. John, thank you so much for being with us today.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you on. Table to Table, wildly popular last summer. It's a relatively new event here in Oakland County. Give us the details.
So the Table to Table, we're doing our fourth year now. It's a 25-mile round trip bike ride from Drafting Table Brewing Company in Wixom. You head east on the Michigan Airline Trail, on the West Bloomfield Trail, and then over to a little bit of the Clinton River Trail. And then when you're in Sylvan Lake, we turn around, we go to Sylvan Table for lunch, and then turn around and head back to Drafting Table. So it's a nice ride. It's a good length. It's 25 miles, so it's enough of a challenge for people that might be going out for usually 5-10 mile bike rides. But it's also a really fun event because, as you know, Sylvan Table is awesome and their food is great. And so they've set up a really nice little menu option for us and things like that. So they're a great partner.
It's a tough ticket to get, too. So, you get on your bike, you enjoy our beautiful trails all across Oakland County, connect with some of our neighboring communities, and you get into one of the most popular restaurants in all of Oakland County at the end of it, close to home here in Sylvan Lake. But John, this is 25 miles. It sounds daunting to someone that's not a biker that may be interested in something like this, but they look at 25 miles, maybe that's a little bit much for me. So how do you get everybody involved, regardless of maybe their level of athleticism when it comes to the bike ride?
We've had some people who are intimidated a little bit by the 25-mile limit and extent of that ride, and so some people just ride to Sylvan Table and have somebody pick them up and take them back to where they started from. So that's not most people don't do that. Most people take the ride because one of the nice things about the ride is, and I tell people who are maybe intimidated by the length, is that it's really two 12.5-mile rides. So basically you ride out to Sylvan Table, and then you got like an hour and a half if you want, just to kind of hang out, have lunch, look around that area a little bit, and then get on your bike and head back. So sometimes that's easier saying we break it up into two pieces there. But so I guess I would say though that if you're not a cyclist, then you might want to think twice about taking on the ride. But usually we haven't had too many complaints about the length. So.
And it's a beautiful ride, and so far, well, hopefully Mother Nature plays along with us. It's looking like it's going to be a pretty nice day out there, which is even more of a good reason to go get out on the Airline Trail, explore the West Bloomfield Trail, of course, that so many people in our community love, and the Clinton River Trail, just at the tail end of that, in the prettiest little city when you get over to Sylvan Table at the end of this. More information is on miairlinetrail.com, including a way for you to register for this event. Tickets are currently still on sale. John, going back 4 years to the beginning of this, what really sparked the idea of connecting three of our most beloved local trails together for a special event each summer?
Well, we wanted to host an event that was not just on the airline. The airline is only 7.5 miles complete on either side. So we wanted to get our other fellow trails involved so we came up with the Table to Table concept, getting 3 trails involved. In the fall, we have another event called the Hat Trick Ride, where we use the trail to the west of us, which is called the Huron Valley Trail. And the hat trick takes you to 3 breweries in an afternoon, and you can stop and hang out at each one and have a beer and some food, and then just head back. So we're trying to make sure that we can get other area trails involved and let people who might not know about this fantastic local network that Oakland County has. And it's not just Oakland County; it's actually all of Southeast Michigan. Southeast Michigan it's a hotbed for trails, and more trails keep getting added each year. Trails get renovated and improved, and we're all really excited to be at the forefront of that development.
And it's not just getting people together for a bike ride. It's not just connecting communities and introducing them to some of our small businesses along the way, John. This is also a great way for people to get out in nature in their community and explore that along a distinct ride that shows the connectivity between our natural areas in western Oakland County and eastern Oakland County all throughout. How does environmental stewardship play into the motivation behind hosting something like this?
Well, really, the main motivation is just getting people out in nature and enjoying a beautiful ride. One of the nicest things that people tell me about the West Bloomfield section of the trail is that it is so beautiful, and it's so natural, and our trail is paved. The West Bloomfield Trail is a crushed limestone surface. Great for anybody on a bike, so it doesn't affect anybody's ability to participate. But you do see more wildlife on the West Bloomfield Trail than you do on the airline. You see a lot of deer. I was just out on the trail in West Bloomfield last weekend, saw 3 deer, including a fawn who was just kind of standing right in the middle of the trail as I'm riding by. I'm like, okay, dude, yeah, move along, So, but the other thing that I would like to emphasize about our trail is that both the airline and the West Bloomfield Trail have lots of road connections, road crossings. And we are trying our best to modernize and make those road crossings as safe as possible. So we have about 8 of them on the airline trail. And what's new on the West Bloomfield Trail are these crossings with a hawk signal. A hawk signal stands for high intensity activated crosswalk. And a couple places where the trail crosses Orchard Lake Road, the roads are curvy. It's hard to see people crossing the trail. And so West Bloomfield installed these hawk signals. So now you push a button, lights flash, and they get a red light. So traffic has to stop for people making those crossings. And in fact, the West Bloomfield signals are sophisticated enough that they actually talk to you. They tell you push the button, it tells you to wait. And then it announces the name of the road and you cross. So we were so impressed with that little audio component that we retrofitted 2 of ours on the airline trail.
Wow.
Just to match. So we've all got that voice technology now. And that's the name of the game. We're trying to make the trail as safe as we can for users and motorists as well, too, to make sure that they understand, hey, there's a lot of these trails are popular. There's a lot of people that are going to be using them, and making sure that they use them in the safest way possible is a real touchstone for us.
John Hensler is with us on the Splash Live. He is the trail manager of the Michigan Airline Trail. Yes, it's a little bit west of us, but it's connected to our community this weekend as part of the Table to Table ride, the 4th annual 25-mile bike ride, connecting us all the way from Wixom out to the prettiest little city in the state of Michigan over in Sylvan Lake. You can join in as we speak on their website, miairlinetrail.com. Visit them also on Facebook at MI Airline Trail for more information and to register for this event. John, we've seen over the years the excitement behind this grows, certainly the pack of people that join in on this now tradition in Oakland County. How excited have you been to see the growth of this over the years in not only the promotion of your local trail on the airline, but connecting our vast and really interesting trail networks here in Lower Oakland County?
Yeah, it's very exciting to see. One of the things that you might not know about is that our trail, the Airline Trail, as well as the West Bloomfield Trail and the Clinton River Trail, are all part of the Great Lake to Lake Trail Route 1. Mm-hmm. So the Great Lake to Lake Trail is a trail that goes from one Great Lake to the other. You start in South Haven, and you can take trails all the way across the state, including our 3 trails, and then it ends up at Port Huron, and probably 75 or 80% of the route is completely done, and it's on trails exclusively. So it's great, and we've had lots of people who use that as their vacation. They start in South Haven. They take a week to cross the state, and so they're stopping in our area businesses. They're stopping to eat at our restaurants and drink at our bars and stay at our hotels. And it's a great economic booster for the state of Michigan, as well as folks who are into bicycle tourism and things like that. So It's you know, a lot of people just use the trail to go on a mile to walk the dog or go get ice cream. But there's also a lot of people that use it as a regional destination now. So that's one of the newest things that we've been able to emphasize and celebrate are the people coming from, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 miles away saying, oh, I heard about your trail. I read about it in Michigan Trails magazine, and I just wanted to come check it out. So it's nice.
Yeah, and, you know, in an age where it seems to be so tough for people to meet new people with similar interests and find new friends and explore new places together, this is a great opportunity to do that. John, thank you so much for your time today, and hopefully we'll get a lot of people from Greater West Bloomfield joining you this Saturday on the trails.
Yeah, only 20 tickets left, so grab them when you can.